Hi everyone. I wanted to send out a video announcement because it's just a little different than words and just say welcome to Christian Worldview and Ethics. It's about a week away from when class time starts, so I just wanted to say hi. I wanted to remind you of a couple of things before class starts and then what to expect this upcoming next week. So, you if you've downloaded the syllabus and looked at the syllabus, you have some pre-class reading. If you're just kind of signing up for the class, or if you're just kind of getting oriented to the class, the focus you should have is on reading Bonhoeffer's Black Jesus and then writing the précis that's due on the first day of class in the morning. And so that is just a strictly how you're graded on that is just pass fail. If you turn it in, then you'll pass. If you don't, then you fail on that particular assignment. And failing doesn't mean a ton, but it means something. Okay, so I'd like for everybody to get it in. One of the reasons why I have you do that is because for a lot of Cru staff, we haven't done academic writing for a while. And so this is just a way to get a little bit of practice. Our coaches and TAs are going to give you feedback on your rough draft so that then you can turn it around and turn in your final draft. And then your final draft will be graded like any other paper will be graded. So focus on that, finishing that by next Monday, and then you can always catch up on the reading. Even if you haven't done it beforehand, you can always catch up on the reading either during the week or before all your assignments are due and your final project is due. The second thing to expect is that you will have some reading as you look at the syllabus each night to prepare for the next day. So the readings are designed to prepare you for the next day's lectures and conversation. So we will be talking about some of the things that you read the previous night, and you'll write journal reflections as you've read it, and your classmates can read your reflections and comment on them, etc. I want to encourage that kind of conversation because it's a class that's not in person. We miss out on the lunchtime conversations and the pre-class and post-class conversations. So I that's what we're going to do. We're going to put them in the discussion forums, and then we'll talk about them over the day, or you can comment on them. So that's what it will look like. You can always do those readings. You can look at them in the syllabus, and you can do them pre-class if you'd like to, and then just write your journal reflections as well. So that's the idea. I'd also recommend getting oriented to Canvas if you haven't ever used Canvas before for this kind of class. Specifically look at the modules. So click on the modules link, and then you'll see kind of the structure of the class all throughout the modules. You'll see where to input your journal entries. You'll see where to upload your documents for your précis rough draft, and then your précis final draft, and then your final project. So that's what we'll do. So look at that, and then look at the modules and see how kind of the rhythm of the class. We're going to do this class a little differently than I do. Everybody has Zoom that I've done normally. Everybody has Zoom fatigue. And so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to do some lectures together and some content together. And then I have a couple of my TAs that have been working with me for a long time, Chris Lawson and Chris Comstock. So we'll just call them Chris. So Chris will help, will have half of the class in each of their groups. And so we'll break out into kind of coaching groups, and then you'll be able to do some practical kind of case study types of things, conversations, questions, and those kinds of things. So the class will look a little bit like, hey, we'll talk about some content, we'll have some discussions about it, and then we'll break into our coaching groups, and then you all can talk a little bit more as smaller groups, because sometimes it's harder to get a conversation going with 25 to 30 people. So that's what it's going to look like. And then over the course of the week, hopefully you'll begin to get some ideas about what you might want to do for your final project. And your final project is meant to help you in your ministry context. So take something that we've talked about in the class and then develop it out to your particular ministry context. So maybe you want to write something about a training program on moral formation. Maybe you want to write a paper or a weekly meeting talk or some kind of presentation that you can give on sexuality or on race and questions about race in the evangelical conversation. What does it mean? What does whiteness mean, and what does it mean to walk back whiteness? All those kinds of different things. So I specifically leave the project kind of ambiguous, especially at the beginning. But over the course of the week, what I want you to do is, as you kind of think of what topic you might want to do, then just talk to me, and then I can help you with some resources. I can help you either narrow or broaden them, and then we'll work on that together. So that's kind of the basic architecture. We'll meet from 8 to 10 a.m. Pacific time each week, Monday through Friday, and then so 8 to 10 a.m., and then we'll take an hour and a half break, 10 to 11:30, and then 11:30 to 1:30. So we'll be done by 4:30 for those of you on Eastern time, and we'll be done by 1:30 for those of you on Pacific time. So that will be kind of the formal structure of the class. I'm available for office hours, and I'm also available for, phone conversations, Zoom conversations as well, both for clarification and just to talk more about maybe ministry context, crew, those kinds of things. So we can set those up as we go along and as people are interested. So I think that's all that we need to know, that you need to know for now. Just focus on, at this point in time, completing your précis. If you finish it early, then please turn it in early. That would be great, because we can begin to look at them and grade them and give you feedback. Because the ideal is that we'll get it back to you by Tuesday, probably Tuesday evening, so you have enough time to take it and rework it by the next Monday. So you have about a week to rework it. Okay, really looking forward to class. It's fun to see some familiar names in the class roster and also some new names. So looking forward to getting to know all of you over the course of the next week. And we should have a great class. Should be fun. See you on Monday.